Plaintiff Robert Mason says the defendant is his cousin who has anger issues. As a result of those issues, the defendant has 2 restraining orders filed against him, and Robert is suing his cousin for a refund on a truck. Defendant Daniel Hill says Robert is an alcoholic who drinks morning, noon, and night, and Daniel often has to help him when he's passed out drunk. Daniel's countersuing Robert for the balance due on a truck.
Start with you.
Well, Danny's my cousin. I thought we was extremely close, but I guess not. Danny has stealing issues and anger issues. He has a restraining order back from his mother and his ex-girlfriend.
What did he do to his mother?
He threatened to do something to her.
Not true, Your Honor.
You don't have a restraining order by your mother?
Honor.
It might be off now, but he did.
So you all were extremely close growing up, you said?
No, in the last 2 years, he came to stay with me and my grandmother.
Got it.
And me and him became very close, I thought. We was together every day.
All right, sir, you wanna give me some background?
Okay, Your Honor. Me and him was very close. Like, every day we was hanging around each other. I know everything that's going on with him because I'm with him all the time. So he's an alcoholic. Before work, he drinking. When he get off work, he drinking. His days off, he drinking. There done been times where I done walked past his room, seen him slumped over on his bed. I had times where we going into the house, I had to help him up the stairs. So many times where he done lost stuff, misplaced stuff. But then, you know, when it comes back around to the matter at hand, I'm being blamed for it when it's really your poor judgment and everything that you doing.
Okay, and we'll get to the matter at hand now. $1,500 for a truck. How does he owe you for that?
Well, we were together February 28th. He was saying he wanted to sell his truck. And I said, what you selling your truck for? He said, $1,500. I said, I might get that, but I said, but I don't want to spend my Florida money yet.
Your what?
My Florida money, because I'm going to Florida.
Okay.
And he said, well, you can give me $1,000 down and give me the other $500 when you get paid, which would have been March 16th. So I gave him $1,000 down. After that, he texted me back and said, well, he need that $500 right away. And that was just a couple of days later. So I said, okay, I'll do what I gotta do. I jumped through hoops, gave him the other $450. He told me to take $50 off because it had 3 lugs broke on the car to get that fixed when I first bought it. And I paid him. About a week or so later, we was at the hospital visiting my grandmother. I set my keys down. I went to get water, come back, Daniel has my keys. I'm not thinking of nothing. All of a sudden, he gets so hungry that he has to leave the hospital. He didn't even want to ride. I get home, my door key is missing. He's standing on the porch. So I said, Dad, did you take my key? No. So I happen to have another set. So the next morning I gets up, my grandma called, said she's feeling a little better, she want me to come see her. I gets up, my truck key's gone. I get in my other car, goes to the hospital. As soon as I come back, the truck is gone. And Danny swear he's out of town, then he takes me back.
Had taken the car?
Yes, he went in my grandmother's house.
Right, and took the truck?
No, took the title.
Title, yeah.
He took the title back, and then the next day he came back and took the truck.
Sir?
I did not take no keys from him. When we spoke about the car, I told him I was selling my truck for $2,500. He said he was going to give me $1,000 off top. And he said he was going to pay me the rest a week later, or when his friend that owed him some money, he was going to give it to me from that.
The 1,000?
Yes. So a week went past, and all I still had was that $1,000. So I never gave him the right title to that car. I gave him a bogus title because I asked my mother. My mother told me, don't sell your car, like don't give your title away if you're not paid in full.
Just commit a felony instead.
So.
Go ahead. What else you want to know?
So a week went past. I asked him what happened with his friend. Oh man, I fell asleep, I missed him. Every time he was supposed to pay me my money, it was always something that he didn't get it, and I ain't never get my money. So before I even did anything, I asked, like, am I wrong if I'm not getting all my money? and I'm around here walking and he just still got my car. They said, no, it's just like when you finance something you don't pay, it get repoed. So when I went to where my grandma stayed at, I walked up to the truck, the door was open. When I opened the door, the factory key that I gave him was on the floor of the car. I picked up the key and I got the car and I left.
He left the keys on the floor?
He left the keys. Now he keep talking about I took a key.
Now when I left my other car to go to the hospital,
all that hospital stuff is not true, because when I was at the hospital, he was sitting in that room right with me. It was not one time when he got up and went anywhere. He had his eyes on me the whole time. So all that is lies.
Okay.
okay, Your Honor, and I have evidence that I only owed him 500 more.
Let's see it, please. You
That's
say he owed you how
else, Your
much
Honor?
more?
Can I say something?
You can tell me how much more you say he owed. 1,000, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And I didn't, that $50, that he did that on his own. Like I say, he figured because he older, we cousins.
What I do know is you said, looks like I'm gonna need the other 500. You just said he owe you 1,000.
That's because
He's not telling
that's
the truth.
what he agreed to give
You're
me.
not telling the truth now?
No, that week later he agreed to give me the 5.
But today you're saying he owes you 1,000.
Right, because all he gave me was $1,500, and
But on here you say he only owes you 500.
I don't see how that is. I don't even know what that is.
Okay.
Okay.
Everything you've said today lacked credibility, including this story that you saw the key on the floor. So I'm not going to trust in anything you've said today. I'm going to go with the evidence. And did you ever pay that other 500?
Yes, I did.
When?
I paid him within that week.
Show me some evidence. How did you pay him?
I had my brother send me 300, and I gave him 200 out of that.
And where's the truck now?
He sold it to his sister.
All right, and the total you've paid is how much?
The total I paid him was $1,450, and I paid $50 to get the truck fixed.
To get it fixed. All right, $1,500 is your judgment.
Thank you.
You keep the truck, and he has his money back. Yours dismissed because you got your truck. Have a good day.
Yes, I wish you stopped taking them drugs because you're spiraling out of control. You need help, son.
I don't have nothing to say.